All right. Hello and welcome everyone to this New Year's Day session of Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, our official second session. For those of you that are just joining us, welcome. Hello, I am Tasha. I'm your dungeon master and part of the TPK Tavern team. Joining me, we have Matt, Walt, Will, Lauren, and Brian, who are fabulous players, and you will soon see the shenanigans that they enjoy getting up to. Just before then, we are going to be changing around some streaming times, so keep an eye on our Twitter at TPK Tavern for any updates on that. And when we will be streaming, we always throw up a link about a half hour beforehand, at least. Also, coming in the next probably 2-ish months, maybe 3, will be running a very special Eberron campaign that many of us are very stoked to play in and have been hard at work uh, on backstories. So definitely tune into that because it is bound to be a hell of a time.
There's some wild shit going on from like step one.
All right. Is there anything else anyone wants to announce or talk about before we jump into tonight's session?
Happy New Year to everyone.
Yeah,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Decade.
Oh shit.
Bet you guys haven't heard that one.
Let's not do that one. No.
let's not do the wow, I'm so glad I caught you this like I work on Friday, Saturday, whatever day. Tuesday, yesterday? Wow, my week is off. It's just like, oh, maybe I'll see you next year. I'm like, okay, Frank, you come in every other day to do deposits for your business. Let's calm down.
Happy year of the crits. We'll see how true that holds tonight for our players.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, last we left off, 4 of our players got to meet the interesting Captain Zodge, who was the leader of this section of Baldur's Gate for the Flaming Fist, who is a militia that keeps Baldur's Gate in control. I use that word very loosely. They approach to find Captain Zodge slugging a civilian across the face. Some conversation was had. No one trusts him in the least. But with the promise of gold in exchange for information and help dealing with a cultist problem, there was an agreement reached. The group made their way to the famous Elfsong Tavern and met up with Tarina, a spy who had some baggage of her own. Lots of back scratching in that session as they helped Tarina kill a bunch of pirates. Once that was done,
a couple of them got away, though. Come on.
Oh, that's true. That's true. A couple of them got away, but they're pretty damn freaked out by you guys. Especially a certain blue gentleman wielding a metallic weapon that he fired into the floor, partially injuring a civilian.
I had plans. It just didn't pan out.
Tarina was able to give you guys some information that the Cult of the Dead 3, the gods Bane, Baal, and Merkel, that you were searching for, happened to be seen hanging around a bathhouse north of the Elfsong. Haggard from your battle, and it being quite late in the afternoon, early evening by this point, you all decided, since you were close enough, that you would make your way to Hal's shop - home. And that is where we left off, with the group leveling up to level 2 and going to complete a long rest at Hal's.
That's right. Forgot about that. We get my digs. Is it night or morning?
Well, that is up to you.
Are we picking up when we got there, or when we are waking up?
I think the last thing that we had was I'm the impatient one right now. So I'd like to go right away as fast as possible If it was my choice, we wouldn't even take a break. We would just simply move on. At least some reconnaissance would be necessary. I think that would be the best.
I was pretty fucked up. But I thought...
I feels fine, but...
Yeah, no, I got hit by a few whacks because I decided to point blank that guy. Did not go the way I wanted it to. Well, I got some infusions. So, does anybody have a bag?
Yes.
Is it empty?
No.
That's okay. Bring it over here really quick.
Oh my god.
Let's see. I'll empty my explorer's pack onto my, I don't know, blacksmithing table that I probably have there, and give it to him.
Okay, now watch this. And I'm gonna touch it, and it's now a bag of holding.
Oh, damn. Do I see anything happen?
Well, you would see Mason do some fiddling, which you're used to seeing him fiddle with items on occasion. But when he hands it back to you, it just still seems like your normal bag. You're not entirely sure what he did to it.
Okay, then I would like. Is there like? I'm assuming like a warhammer and like a great axe like laying.
I have a warhammer.
Okay. Try and put that in the bag.
I'll tell you what. There is a very large glaive leaning against the wall that I don't use, but made for someone. It's probably about 7 feet tall.
Yep.
What you want me to what?
Just try and put it in the bag.
Okay, doesn't make much sense.
Just trust me on this.
I'll take it and put it in not blade side first, and just lower it in.
And as you lower it in, it does actually disappear into the bag. No hole or anything.
Huh?
I take it out, lean it back against the wall, and like put my face down into the opening. What do I see?
Horrors of Eldritch Nightmare.
You see the plain inside of the bag.
What in the hells is this?
The bag of holding.
Does it run out?
I don't think so. And I'll pull out my notebook.
Has a book in this campaign too.
This one's a notebook. No. It's just a thing.
Wow.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I just replicate magic on certain things.
We can put anything in here? It's another plane? How does this work?
Yeah, I think it's just like another plane, and then we just kind of put stuff in there, and then if we need it, we hey, I need that glaive. Reach inside, and then boom, glaive. I think. I haven't quite mastered the physics of this plane yet.
I'm not opposed. I'll walk back and put all my stuff back inside.
In order to try and figure out this plane, I'm going to, without talking to anyone, I'm going to tie a rope around my waist and then tie it to one of the support beams and then try and get inside this bag.
I'll hold it for him while he climbs inside.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yep. Totally not where I expected this to go.
Well, I gotta know.
Same.
What plane of existence do we exist on? Is this real? Are we imaginary? Is the bag the real plane of existence?
The bag is the way out of the Matrix.
By the way, while you're
Straight to
determining what
level
it does
20.
look like in there, I would like to state that what I imagine here is that you've got a harness on and we've draped it over the support beam and I'm holding the other end like a rock
You're
climber and I'm going
belaying
to
me
lower
into
you
the-
in. Yes. It's just resting on the ground.
like Chilean, like Chilean like rescue team. Like it's
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So you fit yourself inside of this bag.
Okay.
According to the stats for a bag of holding, a standard bag of holding has an opening just big enough for you to get into.
Okay.
So you go in, and how you're holding the rope,
Yes.
Mason disappears. Just shimmies in and disappears, and the rope just keeps going with him.
Uh-huh.
Mason,
Yep.
you are floating in darkness.
Ooh.
Beyond the
Okay.
reaches of your dark vision, you see nothing.
What happens if I just shoot a firebolt out?
Oh.
Okay.
Didn't you just put all his stuff back in the bag?
Oh, it's all darkness beyond my dark vision. Okay, maybe not a firebolt. Let's walk that back. Let's oh no, I know what I'll do. I'll use one of my magical tinkerings, and so that way I can touch an object that sheds bright light. So I'm gonna take one of my.
Please say ball bearings.
I have no ball bearing.
Oh my god.
Oh
Jesus.
no, ball bearings.
One of the matches for my tinderbox and throw it.
Not lit on fire, just lit magically, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But with
Okay,
magic.
good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you do that and you watch as it floats for a minute and starts to sink very slowly, and you feel yourself, you are slowly sinking as well. But it goes a little faster than you. And as it falls, it lands on top of the items that Hal had put into the bag. They're just there in a pile at the bottom of this darkness.
Okay, I double tug the rope.
I pull him out.
Can I walk in the building like as I see him pulling on the rope to pull him out of the bag? Please.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna come in and I'm just gonna see Hal holding a rope, going into a bag over a pulley system. And I'm just gonna look at him and just wait.
I'll look back, not say anything. I feel a tug.
And then for dramatic effect, I'm gonna come out. Just kidding, it's just a plane of existence. There's just a bunch of stuff down there.
Including
See
a
anything
bed
interesting?
to sleep in, I suppose.
For you, I saw your stuff. Depends if you think that's interesting. I didn't quite hear the other thing.
I was asking if there's a bed in there as well. We need to get ready.
I don't know, let me check.
Oh my god.
I lower him back down.
That's okay.
No, I don't. I haven't put one in there yet, although apparently it could hold one. But there are a bed upstairs, my bed, or there are blankets you could lay on. I don't really have company often.
More interested in how you'd like to prepare for this. Are we going to go and take a look at the place before resting, or are we resting and then going?
I'll look at Mason.
Mm-hmm.
Are you up for a walk, or is this gust of wind away from death situation here?
Oh, this is like if there was a slight coastal breeze, I'm gonna die.
And what time is it right now?
It would be approximately 7 o'clock in the evening.
Okay.
We could leave him here.
Yeah, that's fine. Just chill.
If you'd like to take a look, I'd be most interested. The more that we know going in, probably the best. And as long as
Agreed.
we stay quiet, we'd be able to get at least maybe a hint of what's going on.
Seems wise to me. I'm gonna close up the bag, put it on my shoulder slash back, wherever a bag of holding goes. And I'm gonna add a bag of holding to my inventory, apparently.
And then
Now,
I'm going to.
how long does that last, Will?
As far as
He
I can
said for
tell, it's
forever.
indefinite.
Interesting.
Replicate magic item. Yep. Each time you do.
Oh my god, Lauren's changed into a doggo.
Yeah, I just do it.
That did not
I'll look to Lazuli. Will you be joining us, or do you want to stay here as well?
I reckon I could join you guys. Be quick, just a little peek and go.
It was at the bathhouses, correct?
Yes.
A bathhouse.
That's what we heard, yeah.
Yes, Tarina told you how to get there from the elf song.
Oh man, she told me when I was interrogating her, and then this is like
That's
third-hand
true.
knowledge for them.
So I'm ready whenever you two are. Mason, I suppose, can stay behind and try to
I
start
got some
getting
stuff I gotta
rest.
tinker with. Mostly like making my armor more magic-y, and then I want to make some ghost bullets, so that's gonna be fun. Will
Would
be
they phase
untraceable.
through the person's arm as opposed to going through it in that case?
No, mostly like I just never have to buy bullets, and then when I do hit people, they disappear, so I can just like assassinate people. People are like, "Whoa, what is this hole in someone?" I'm like, "I don't know. It's gonna happen."
It's kind of how it was for the man downstairs.
Yeah, see, the problem was we were able to find the bullet.
I didn't look for it.
That's fair. It also
Shall we
makes it a
off?
little more lethal. Yeah, I'll
You
be
know how
here.
to get there.
Walk, I
Do any of us know
suppose?
how to get there?
I will reiterate how to get there for you guys to the best of my almost dead knowledge.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and make. We'll just have this be a general intelligence check, Mason,
Oh god, okay.
to see how well you can recall the information Tarina gave you.
18?
All right, you're actually able to recall it pretty well,
Okay, good. Good.
which means that you
Necessary.
guys will not get lost on the way to the bathhouse, which is
This is
very
good.
nice.
It's very
Excellent.
nice.
Oh, how while you're gone, do you need me to build anything or do anything around here? I could sell some stuff.
No, don't sell anything. I
But
have
I confuse
particular
people so well.
Come back and
means
it's just
for that.
cleared out.
You don't enchant anything either, for that matter. I would rather be here. For
I
that.
immediately stop everything I'm doing.
Good news, I
Oh
sold
my
the building.
Nothing of
castle
mine,
was
at
turned
least. Feel free to enchant your own baubles.
Okay, that's
Good
yeah,
luck.
That seems fair.
I'll walk out.
All right.
All right, now Matt, you said Hal lives in the Eastway district, right?
Yes, indeed.
Alrighty. Give me just one
Indeed.
moment. I'm putting a little marker for just a random house that can be hit.
Fair.
All
Mm.
right. So, we now have a little marker for Hal's. And I made the markers a little easier to read. So, you guys are going from Hal's right here up to the bathhouse all the way over here. It's probably going to take you the better part of an hour to walk there.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. So it is up to you guys if you would still like to go or if you would like to sleep first.
I'm gonna go. Mainly just to... I'm looking to just see what's going on, if there's anything that we have to be aware of for when we're there.
Alrighty. So you all make your way. Now,
Oh gosh.
you get to the bathhouse.
Okay.
What you see is a one-story stuccoed building with stained glass windows and clay roof tiles. There are 10-foot walls that enclose a large courtyard outside the southeast corner of the building. There are closed wooden doors to the courtyard that are engraved with images of smiling nymphs dancing and frolicking in water, which is exactly what Tarina told you would find.
Mm-hmm.
The most interesting thing that you find is standing outside is a familiar figure to you, Hal. Walt, would you like to describe Anchor for everyone?
Yes, I may. Okay, cool. I'm not muted. All right. So you happen to see standing there a 6 foot tall warforged. He, although being designed for war and whatnot, actually doesn't look extremely intimidating. He is standing there in what seems like a almost like a mage's robe, but also kind of like a scholarly just like robe he's wearing. It's like blue, light blue, and his eyes glow just like a light blue tone, and his chest, for lack of a better term, kind of looks like behind the fabric, kind of glows like Tony Stark's, and there's just a vibrancy to it as he
Mm.
just patiently stands there. And yeah, it's Anchor.
I'll
And yeah, see if you
when
see
I
anything.
see him, I yeah, I will kind of raise a hand and give a nod and
Awesome.
say to the duo with me, "We have another friend." And walk up.
I wave back, and then as he approaches, he finally speaks. Yes, Hal, how are you doing today? It is good to see you.
It's been a unusual day. I'll say that.
Oh, very. I've just finished working with the Flaming Fist, and luckily I've actually been told to come find you.
Makes sense. We've been tasked as well. I suppose we're probably on the same path now.
Very much so. Zaj said that I should at least be debriefed with all of you since I had just recently been freed from my mission. So, if you can at least give me the situation to the best of your knowledge, be very helpful.
All right, I'll give him the full rundown of what we know so far and what our current objective is, and then say we are hoping to, I guess, gather what intel we can on this place now and come back tomorrow when we're rested. I don't know if you've met Mason before, but he's back at my shop resting. He's a little beat up, worse for wear, you could say.
The name does not sound familiar. Does he work for you now?
We've worked together, and I suppose we've worked together to a degree, but I guess all three of us may never have crossed paths at the same time. You'll meet him at some
Oh,
point.
wonderful. Well, he seems like a good person then.
I think so.
I mean, if he knows you, of course.
Mischievous, I will
Oh.
say that, but good heart at least.
Good. That is well worth it then. Shall we continue on?
Aye. All right, so as far as we know, they do the members of this cult just hang here, or do they have like a hideout here, or do they work here? What is the situation with that?
All right. So the information that Tarina gave Mason, that Mason then gave
Mhm.
you,
Mm-hmm.
so little less than what she gave Mason, is that there have been followers of them seen coming and going, and supposedly there is some sort of secret entryway to a hideout for them. But she has no idea where, if it's in the bathhouse or out, any of that stuff.
I guess most of the time that I'm gonna be near there. What's like across the street from the bathhouse?
Across the street, there's just some homes. There's one shop. Pretty basic shopping area of the town.
I'll probably just kind of lean up against one of the buildings across the street and just glance at people as they're walking by, keep an eye on the bathhouse, but not actually approach in any way.
Do we think people are still coming in and out of this place? Have we seen anyone coming in and out of this place yet? In the 2 seconds we've been there? Does it seem open, I guess, is a good question.
You've not seen anyone coming or going yet, and you don't have information as to when it opens and when it closes. There is the front doors to the gate, the gated courtyard that is in front of you that you could try to open if you would.
I wouldn't like yet, at least. I think I'm good with Astolfo's plan of kind of waiting for at least a few minutes, see if anyone comes in or out.
All right, everyone else following suit.
Oh yeah.
All right, so after about 20 minutes, you do notice a gentleman in somewhat nicer clothing come out, and he kind of looks both ways before he steps out of the courtyard, and he leaves the door just a crack to the courtyard and just makes his way down and into the city.
Was the looking both ways a shifty look both ways, or just a normal, I'm gonna cross the street now looking both ways?
Make an insight check.
That is a dirty 20.
Ooh.
Very nice. It was somewhat shifty. You don't know this man or his mannerisms, but it did seem a little curious that upon stepping out of a bathhouse, he had to look both ways, considering there's not been much foot traffic on this road while you've been standing here.
He was looking
But
at the person
perhaps he's
working
just
the retail
paranoid.
counter while grabbing some Snickers. That's what he was doing. I'll just kind of note that to myself. I won't say anything out, but just keep watching.
Okay. Ooh. Woo-wee! I'm going to, when I see this, I'm gonna, and see Astolfo kind of watching him, I'm gonna ask, do we think he may be a member?
If possibly not a member, I'd say somewhere in line with knowing of what might be going on. Seemed slightly shifty, but not seeing him before and not knowing anything about him, some people have that look.
How far away is this guy?
Oh, at this point, while you've been watching him talking, he's probably gotten a good 150, 200 feet away.
Okay, I'm gonna jog after him really quickly. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna jog after him. And when I get about, I'll say 20 feet away, what do I have that I can use for this? Sure. I'm gonna take out a tinderbox that I have, and I'm gonna call out to him. Sir, excuse me. I think you may have dropped this.
All right. And he will stop and turn to face you. He's not going to move closer, but he turns to face you and he goes, "Dropped what?"
I hold it up. Back there, was this yours?
No, I don't tend to carry a tinderbox on me.
Oh, that's my apologies. Have a nice day. And I turn around and walk back.
Okay. He gives you a confused look and turns and continues to make his way toward the gate that he was heading toward.
Okay. Now, is our group in like an alley or something, or are we just kind of out on the street?
Hanging out next to the buildings on the other side of the street.
Yeah, so kind of just leaning on the buildings on the street, but very nonchalant on the street, I guess is the best way I can describe that.
taking a sip of the water skin every once in a while.
Okay, is there an alley that I could step into that would be a little bit darker and less visible to the general public?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to step into it and cast Disguise Self using my Fearbolg magic to look exactly like him.
Okay.
And then I'm going to step back out to the group. I will be right back. And I'm going to walk. Yes.
Before you actually go,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna wild shape into CR1. I'm gonna wild shape into a cat
Okay.
in that moment, and I can't talk anymore, but will proceed to pretty much follow you into the establishment.
He went
Got
into an alley and then came out. Do we even know that this is hell anymore?
The
No, I
voice.
think you went into our alley, right?
Yeah. I came like back to you, walked into the nearest alley, then came back out, came up to you, and said, "I'll be right back." If you don't
Okay.
feel that it's
No,
me,
I
you
got
could
it,
certainly
no,
ask.
I
got it.
feel like
Okay,
Anchor would trust you enough knowing you for quite a long time.
Got it. Okay, we're good.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah,
I'm gonna try something.
and I follow along into the establishment.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk in and see if I can find like a receptionist, I guess.
All right. In one moment, I am gonna pull the two of you over to the map.
Oh boy, oh.
I still sadly can't see the map.
Gotta zoom
Is
out
it
a
all
bit.
black?
It's
Yeah,
white.
zoom.
Like I'm
Hold
a
Really?
white
on.
screen. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you need to zoom out some on that one. The
Goodness.
the
Zoom
map
never
of the
gets.
city is really that's unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me it was black, and when I zoomed out, you could see
I
it, and
just
then
have
you
a
can
white
come
screen.
back
Like
in.
it just hasn't been like no permissions or something like that. I don't think.
This is problematic.
I mean, I'm looking at the stream, so I'm able to keep up somewhat.
Now remind me, does Hal have dark vision?
No.
No.
Fun note, cats don't either. So this is really great.
They don't.
Hopefully it's not
Nope.
pitch black in here.
Hopefully, you don't want to sacrifice a cat.
Wow. It is real dark.
All right, so the two of you should be able to see on the map.
Not yet.
I can see 5 feet.
Yep.
That is
Excellent.
unfortunate.
And that is
This is a bummer.
actually more gracious than I should be. I shouldn't give you any, but I don't
can
like
make
not
you
giving
goggles of
people
night.
So this
Oh,
is
God.
just inside the gate.
Yes, you are just inside the gate to the courtyard. It is dark out.
So I don't see any light coming from inside the building either.
You
Or
would
do I
give
see like through the
me
stained glass windows?
you would give me 1 second to put some torchlight in there because it's not something I've ever thought to do before for this. Because usually the people that have dark vision go exploring, not the people that don't.
I mean, I'm not trying to fight any demon creatures yet. So
Maybe bad time. Why am I still blind?
as soon as I step into this darkness, I'm gonna think back to the time that Mason said he could make me night vision goggles and be like, damn it, why didn't I get that?
When you come back, I can do it. I can change whatever replicate magic I made.
Okay, there we go. Now can you guys see?
Word, I can
I
see
gave
some
you
stuff.
some
Let me
gave you some
reconnect real
torchlight
quick.
outside too.
I still cannot see the game. Which is
Mhm.
strange.
That's very weird.
Yeah. And I've like refreshed a couple times too.
Yeah, because you have permission to control the cat. So you should be able to see the cat, which I actually put in a fountain. Whoops. There we go.
Oh, I was like, what is this creature?
That is Anchor in cat
Hello.
form.
Hello. But All that comes out is a meow, actually.
Okay, so can I see what appears to be an entrance to the bathhouse?
You would see that there are more fountains and such up here, and that an
Mhm.
entryway is probably up there. Because that seems where
Okay.
the path winds to.
Okay. I will walk that direction. I'm looking for a way into the bathhouse. The front gate, basically, or the front door.
All right, as you are exploring, I should read the description. This L-shaped courtyard features a trimmed lawn and nicely manicured shrubbery. The yard is decorated with white marble benches and stone fountains, each in the form of a smiling nymph tipping a huge jug that spills water into a circular stone basin.
Okay. Yeah, I will walk over. So, let's see. I'll just do this. Boop. Walk over here. Do I see a front door over here somewhere?
You do. You are right in front of it.
Hey! I will knock.
As you knock, the door actually creaks itself open. There we go.
Shoot.
So what you see in here are the walls of this 20-foot high pillared chamber are adorned with frescoes of bathing royalty. Natural light would stream through the stained glass windows if it wasn't nighttime.
Mhm.
There is blue marble that covers the floor. There are 3 shallow sunken pools containing scintillating perfume-scented water. White marble benches bearing stacks of dry towels are situated near the pools, each of which comes equipped with a pair of brass faucets. And there are 5 commoners in here bathing.
Oh, right. Do I see someone who looks like a receptionist?
You do not. You do, however, see 2 doors. There is one here and one here.
Okay, and it's still pretty dark in here, I guess. Okay. I guess I will look down to the nearest commoner bathing. And in the voice, as close as I can do it, of the guy, which is why I went to talk to him for half a second, I want to try to impersonate his voice. And maybe with just, a cough and say it quietly so I don't, put myself out there too much. And just say, sorry, I left something. Can you remind me where the proprietor is?
All right, and you see a middle-aged woman who's there just kind of bathing off to the side by herself.
I kind of avert my
And
eyes as I talk to her, but
um she looks up and she watches you for a moment. And then she goes, I mean, the proprietor isn't here, but there are people in the massage rooms.
okay. That's fair. I will go knock on one of the doors and hope that someone's not getting a massage in here right now.
All right, so you said you're poking your head in?
I know, I'm just
No, you're
knocking.
knocking. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Momentarily distracted. So the door creaks open, and standing before you, move her over, you see a human woman who is currently wiping her hands off. You can see there's a white marble massage table behind her. Underneath, there are bottles of perfume and more stacks of towels. And she gives you a smile and she goes, "Can I help you?"
In his voice, as close as I can do it. Yes, so sorry. I forgot my coin purse, I think. Would you be able to let me back into where I was?
Are you basically using the I lost my wallet to get
Yes.
it?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Hey, do you know where the weight room is?
Make a deception check for me.
Oh, goody,
I gotta hit
goody.
that sauna before you guys close.
My deception is so good. 11.
Okay. She looks you over for a moment and she goes, "Well, you were here in this room getting a massage, so feel free to look about, but I haven't noticed any coin purse since you left."
Oh, thank you. I will slowly start to look around the room. Does she still just stand there watching me, or does she leave?
Oh no, she's watching you.
Damn it all! All right,
All right.
I'll make a show of this for like 2 minutes,
Okay.
probably.
Yeah, while he
You
does that,
may make a perception check.
Okay.
All right, as he's doing that,
yeah, I'm about to do theater of the mind right now until I figure out why it's not letting me see anything. So, what is the? So it's like a corridor, like you said, an L-shaped corridor, right?
yes, an L-shaped courtyard
Courtyard.
that has 10-foot walls around it.
Walls around it, and it's like an open. It's an open ceiling. I'm guessing, like because it's a gated bathhouse.
Yes. Yep.
All right, cool. Is does there happen to be like any doors that might say like I guess like managers office maybe?
There does not. I will move the little kitty in and you look around and there does not. There's just the two rooms, one of which we now know is a massage room. The
Mm-hmm.
other you guys aren't sure, but nothing says manager. You just see the three shallow pools, the five commoners that are bathing, and you notice Hal go into one of the rooms and start looking around.
And is there any other employees that I over at least here? Maybe I would like roll perception for you.
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception using the kitty cat stats would be
Kitty
plus
cat.
3.
Heck yeah.
Kitty cat.
Oh, that's not bad. 16.
All right, you do hear what sounds like someone mumbling something to themselves from the other door.
Is it
Of
cracked?
course, I picked the wrong door.
It is not cracked. No, it is closed.
I will. I'll just scratch on the door. It'll be like a bit of a nuisance.
Alrighty, sounds good. What did Hal get?
14.
14. All right. Hal, you
You find the corner.
notice. You do not find a coin purse, even with your big show of it. However, you do notice there's something weird about the northern wall, the northwestern section specifically. There's just this faint crack line that is different than the way the rest of the wall looks.
Okay, that's what we out here for. All right. I will take note of that, finish my fake search, and say, uh, apologies, I apparently didn't leave it here. I'll check elsewhere. Thank you. Walk out the door, see Anchor at the other door scratching, and just sort of pause for a second to see what happens.
All right, and the other door cracks open just a little bit, and you both see this tall, dark skinned humanoid who kind of steps out and looks down at you, Anchor, and goes, "Oh, hello, kitty," and leans down and gives you a little scratch under the chin. And then you notice that just behind them was a small bottle of perfume, and they pick that up and they start going around and putting perfume into each of the bath.
Okay. When I
muted.
see him, I'll just quickly hail him, and again, it's still in the guy's voice, as close as I can do it. Uh, Apologies, I think I may have left my coin purse. Have you seen it where I was?
um they rather look over to you and go, "I sorry, never seen you before. No idea where your coin purse is."
My apologies. I will be 5 gold lighter for the day, I guess. And I'll look down at the cat and then walk out.
Your mic is muted, I think. Walt.
Just noticed that. Yeah. So since he was distracted with how is he now pouring the perfume into the bath?
Yes, he was.
Cool. And
Yep.
did he leave that door open or closed?
He left it a crack open.
Crack open. I'm just gonna peek around in there to see if I just notice anything else besides like perfume on the floor.
All right, so you see a massage table draped in clean towels, bottles of perfume, as well as fresh towels on the underside of the table. Go ahead and make another perception check for me with the cats +3.
14.
All right, you don't notice anything else in the room.
Cool. All right, I'll leave. Yeah, I'm heading out now.
I'm going all the way back out to the group.
Yeah. Sweet. Actually, yeah.
All right, so you guys make your way back to the group.
I think that I found potentially an entrance of some kind to a less than above board location. I did a little digging, found a massage room with a strange shape in the wall. I think it may be an entrance. I think that should be where we start when we return. Anything from you, Kitty?
I'd revert back to the Warforge. I did not find anything of value, although the perfume does make me quite curious. And maybe we should look into that next. But for now, maybe we should take your current observation of that room.
Lazulia Stolfo, do you want to try anything else while we're here? Look I don't know, outside the place. I went straight inside and checked this room. I didn't check the courtyard, which there was a courtyard. I'll describe what I saw. Any other ideas?
While he was inside, did we see anything happening outside?
Ooh, very good question. Both of you make perception checks, please.
That's low.
Mm.
8.
6.
Oh gosh.
There were a few people that passed by on the streets, but nothing else that caught your attention.
Well, I think tomorrow would be a great day for a sauna day.
I could use a massage.
Oh,
I don't think that I have any use of it, but maybe I can take the opportunity to do what Orkana said for us.
Well,
Should
shall
we head back?
back to Mason?
Let's do it.
Very good.
We head back.
When they get back, is there anything worth noting, Mason?
There's a for sale sign up and
Boy, howdy, there is, yeah. Everything's cleaned out. His workshop says clearance across the top.
Oh gosh.
No, I did switch it because in my free time I may have rifled and done some research and found that my friend here can't see in the dark. So I fashioned myself a pair of crude goggles and then infused them with goggles of night. So Hal's bag got a lot heavier on the way
Cute.
back.
Wait, they're in my bag?
No, your bag, because like it's not a bag of holding anymore. So now
Oh.
it's just like a lot heavier.
Got it.
Does that happen like on the spot, like just simultaneously, or do you have to have the bag with you? I'm kind of confused on that part.
I'm really curious what would happen if there was like a ton of stuff in there that wouldn't fit in a normal bag.
just
It would
rips
expel out.
and falls
Would it
behind
explode?
you.
Not explode, but it would like rupture open.
yeah.
Actually, generally, if a bag of holding ruptures, the contents don't come back to you, they get spilled into the astral sea.
Wow.
That is true. Yes, you're right. I forgot.
Okay, good thing we didn't fill it up with other stuff then.
No, yeah, it's
What, we just lost 10,000 platinum?
So when I get back, I'll look down at Mason. Something changed on the bag on the way back. It felt different. Are you fiddling with me somehow?
Try these on.
Oh gosh. I'll take
Do I
them.
actually recognize Mason, by the way?
Um, make
'Cause
an
I,
insight check.
Oh, and then I'm gonna run around before you turn. I'm like, wait. And I'm gonna run around and I'm gonna like blow out all the torches and shit, so it's as dark as possible in here.
Okay. I'll put them on.
oh wow.
Rainbow Bravo 6 going dark.
Yep. Going dark.
What did you
I got
get, Wall?
19.
19.
Sheesh.
You do recognize Mason. I mean, Baldur's Gate is a primarily human city,
Hmm.
so people like Hal and Mason stick out. While you've never been formally introduced to Mason, you've definitely seen him
Ah, okay. Okay. I give him a
Oh.
nod.
Hey, hot stuff.
I,
Is Mason
I like
Uh,
or is
lean next to Hal. Is this the person you were talking about?
It is, I say as I look around with these goggles on.
Hal, you can see everything in your house.
Damn!
It's in shades of black and white versus color, but you can see everything.
I
I like
spend a
the
good 5 seconds just looking around, then put them up on my forehead.
I like to imagine that Acre's eyes do glow slightly in the dark, but he still can't see anything at all.
Thank
So-
you. These are fascinating and probably more useful than the bag.
Yeah,
For now, at least.
yeah. I figured unless they're gonna like stow me and everyone else in the bag and carry us around, then it's
I don't
probably
think
not.
Aisha fits in the bag.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what'd you guys find out?
We tell him what we found out.
And tomorrow we go for a spa day.
Oh, good.
I
really
wink
couldn't-
dramatically when he says that.
Oh man, I thought I was getting a mani. Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna start like lubing up my gun.
All right. Anything else anyone would like to do before you all get some rest for the evening?
Mm,
I think I'm good.
Ah, cool. And your shop actually has like kind of like a room and board situation going on, or are we just like sleeping on the floor?
no, it doesn't have a room and board situation. It has my room upstairs, which is where I'm gonna go sleep.
Good.
Other than that, it's pretty much a blacksmith shop.
Cool.
And there's like a kitchen, so you could sleep in the kitchen if you want.
I don't
But
need
it's
to sleep.
pretty
I don't really
basic.
sleep though. But
That's a fair point.
I will just post up actually just in the main shop area, kind of like just at the end of I guess the wall where I can look straight at the front door and just do like sentries rest there. So I'm just gonna chill there consciously, but asleep.
All right.
Okay. In the meantime, or in the winding down hours, remind me, because I can't remember out of character, but Lazuli and Astolfo, what you guys attack with, and if you can attack more than once. If I saw you attacking more than once when we were fighting, a turn.
Astolfo was attacking with a flail and a shield, and he did not
That's right.
attack more than once in a turn.
Okay.
I attacked with a scimitar and just once
Okay.
for a turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna go up to Lazuli.
Ooh.
I saw in the fight you wield a scimitar of some kind.
Yes, I do.
I could potentially make it a little bit more effective if you would be willing.
I mean, if you'd like to, go ahead. Just, I'm not gonna give you anything for it.
Oh no.
If you're looking for.
Just
Okay.
the more damage you do, the less damage I take is the way I see it.
Okay. I'll hand over my scimitar.
All right, I will take it and go sit at my workbench, put it on the desk, and spend an hour using my Blessing of the Forge ability to give this weapon +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
Ooh.
It's good at
So-
low level.
You can adjust that sword to, or the scimitar to basically be a +1 to both of those, and it lasts forever, or until I use this ability again on something else.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
And I will take it off my armor.
Let's use that.
As a note too, that means that is a magical weapon now.
True.
Shiny.
Big truths.
Big truths.
Very
Nice.
important to know.
Awesome.
And then I'll give it back to her at the end of the hour and say, well, I'm beat. Think I'm going to head up to bed. You can make yourselves comfortable in whatever way you can, I suppose. It's a blacksmith forge. There's not much in the way of comfort, I'm sorry.
I am very comfortable.
It's a fair point. And I'll head up to my room.
Find a nice piece of stone somewhere and just lay down on it and take out my bedroll.
Oh yeah, bedrolled. Those exist.
I feel like I probably have like an extra big fur blanket of some creature. So I'll hand that, or I'll put that out in the area they're sleeping in case anyone wants to use it.
Aw.
That's all
And
I
then
got.
Can you just like keep coming back with like one or more? Oh, and if you need it, here you go. There's more sheets in the
The
cupboard.
bathroom is 2 doors down on your left. I go to sleep.
I'll take that blanket. Just curl up in it.
All right, so everyone goes to sleep.
Yep.
Alrighty. The next morning, you wake up well rested and ready to start your day.
Sweet. Spell slots return. I will have made bacon pretty early in the morning for everyone.
Just
I
make
will have made eggs
Just
next to him.
I don't. Okay, that's fair. We
By the
made
way, I got the eggs.
we made eggs and bacon.
eggs and
Do you want to go wake up the others now that the food's ready?
My hand is going to very, like, in a joking way, but like staring you down, very slowly go towards the gun. Just as like a horn, you know, to wake him up in the morning.
I'll glare at him, side eye.
Fine. I'm gonna go. So everyone else is just kind of on like the floor,
I am
Yeah.
like
I think so.
more or less. Like it's just
More or
it's not
less.
like
Yeah.
By the time
Okay.
Hal came back, I was probably awake and already putting my bedroll together.
all right.
That's true. He definitely is the most eager, so I buy that completely.
Is
I am
is
standing
Edgar awake
perfectly
yet?
still. I'm standing perfectly still, staring at the door.
I'm gonna go and get all up in his personal space. Because I want to see if I can figure out how to make a warforged.
I am like very much awake as the fact that I'm like conscious enough to see and hear, but I'm choosing to just continually be inactive just to see like, I wonder how long he'll just keep staring at me.
Oh, it's not just staring, my friends.
Oh,
Oh god.
I'm like, I got my tools. I'm like trying to figure out where the panel connects. Like,
If you are hoping to just, fix me, you can simply ask.
no, I wasn't trying to fix anything. I just want to know how to make you.
If you can figure that out for me, I will be very much grateful.
Okay, long-term goals, story arc. Let's do it.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Anyway, time for breakfast.
I walk in with bacon and eggs.
Sweet.
Up and at 'em!
Yes.
Take away.
All right. So a hearty breakfast is had, and the rest of the day is yours. Would you like to head to the bathhouse or do some shopping?
I'm about to start walking to the bathhouse alone at this point.
I'm ready to go there.
Um,
I'm content with what I have.
Now, let's take a second here. If we walk in, 5 people,
Mm-hmm.
one of them, well, pretty much all of them looking relatively out of place, except maybe Astolfo, and
Mm-hmm.
try to go into the same massage room at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
might be a little bit suspicious. Are we going to come up with some sort of more delicate plan, or is it a bit of a hammer to the anvil?
Well, see, I did promise the people watching that it was going to be a sexier show this time. So 5 people massage. We could play that out.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
It's a cult
So-
bathhouse. I'm sure there's been more people.
We still don't know where these people that we're looking for even go to. We have a good idea, but we need to know for sure before we can do anything. Best bet is to, over the course of the day, go into the bathhouse, whether that's 1 by 1, 2 with 1, whatever it might be. Get splurged a little bit, and then report back with whatever that we find out.
I agree.
Continued
For a
reconnaissance
couple
from
of
the
hours,
inside.
I am able to disguise myself as a cat if need be. But henceforth, it will be very odd for a warforged to be at a massage parlor.
I'll look to Hal and I'll say, "You're able to change your form once. Are you able to do that again?"
I can. Roughly every 24 hours. I can also, believe it or not, based on my size, go invisible for a very short period of time. Probably not enough to get into a bathhouse and into a secret chamber, but it is a thing I can do.
Well, that could potentially be 2 visits for you. If you go in once as yourself, once as a disguised nature. You can
I have
almost
a
start
plan.
to train into the bathhouse if need be.
I roll my eyes slightly when I hear Mason say I have a plan, but I look over at him anyways.
So, did they seem like they know science?
The people inside or us? Are you asking the DM about us, or are you asking
No,
me
I'm
about
asking
that?
you guys about people inside.
Oh. Anchor, you said you were interested in the perfume. Do you think it was some sort of alchemical situation or magical?
If anything, it might be either. I did not get a very good look at the people in the sauna, yet if there's a lot of trouble coming from here, the perfume might be a very good lead.
I will say the place was extremely bourgeois.
It was kind of
I
dead.
I think they are probably well educated based off of how wealthy the decor was, if you will.
I'm gonna look at Astolfo and Lazuli and say, do you guys think that I'm confusing enough to tell them that I need to use the steam house for my warforge to make his joints less
My
squeaky?
jaw slowly just falls.
I just look over to Mason.
I go cross-eyed.
The most confused look a warforged could make.
Well, they don't know. I'm sure they've never seen a warforge. Like, if your joints are squeaky, would say that we don't need blood. They don't know.
Keep in mind, as far as I know, the massage room is the entrance, or at least it's an entrance to something.
And
It seems
as-
like. Go ahead.
Well, just for clarification, we're looking for whatever it is that what was her name, Tarina?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're looking for whatever Tarina had assigned, which was 3 individuals, correct?
Okay, so what if everyone just stay with me on this one? this Warforge has been designed to give better massages than these people can. Right?
I look down at his hands. Are they metallic hands?
You
It was
know,
made out of wood.
not wood. No, I partially am made of wood.
It's like bondage,
Like
right?
hands, yeah, it's like hands are like have some steel plating and like stone work on them. I should have actually given, I forgot, like a little bit more of a description. Like for the most part, like I've looked, like when I say intimidating and that, like, seen war, I do look messed up in some areas. Like there's some slight gashes, but like I've been reformed to at least function fully again. So my hands are a little bit rough around the edges and probably should not be touching human skin.
I was gonna say. I look back at Mason.
I don't have human skin. All I'm saying is we should give it a shot. Because it can't hurt anything. Because if not, he can just turn a cat, and then we have that. Or I can just be like, hey, I'll pay you guys. Remember, I have a ton of gold from cheating that fucking card game.
One other thing to consider: there may be some kind of password to get in.
And science will help me.
You think, Mason, that you can maybe trick them into saying you need to fix something there?
Oh, hell yeah.
And that I am working for you?
I have an idea.
Assistant.
I have an
There you
idea.
go.
Hal, I have an idea.
Maybe for the first hour, I can turn into a rat and sneak into the room.
Yeah.
I can
Okay, wait.
squeeze into
hold
very
on,
small
hold on.
spaces.
Do that. Find out where the external pipe is. We'll fucking destroy it so their steam doesn't have any pressure. And then Hal and I will go in with fake mustaches and say we're there to fix it.
Oh my gosh!
Okay, wait.
And
Is
then
this like
Astolfo and Lazuli can come in behind us, massages, and then everybody's inside.
Is this a natural, like, hot spring, or is this kind of man-made, actually?
Oh,
if we
this
know.
is a man-made bathhouse.
Oh, we're in. Let's do this.
Right? This
Some
is
Ocean's
not a bad
11s.
plan. These two come in as a married couple, say they need, like, a couple's massage.
Mmm.
See? Then
Spicy.
they're in the room together. Then they can
Mhm.
either, like, stealthily take out the massage people or just say, hey, we'd like to massage each other as part of our, like, honeymoon romance. And then everyone's in.
Whoa!
Or they just hit the inner massage, and before the people come in, we just crack the door because we're already in there.
And what happens if we need them to open the door in some way?
Well, then we're fucked. But I don't want to.
I will say, Hal and Anchor, from your experience in there was no. The only steam came from the temperature of the water. There is no sort of sauna that you
pumped in
saw.
steam.
So it's
Sure.
There
It's
are,
the
however,
boiling
the
room.
brass faucets that go into each of the shallow pools of water, but that is in the common area where there is usually people bathing. So destroying
That's
that
why-
may be a little harder.
That's why we need the rat.
I like the idea of you and Anchor going in and trying to talk your way into that secret entrance if you can. Do you have any means of sending a message back out?
Mm,
Does anyone here?
Let me look at my spell sheet, actually. I don't think I do.
I could like touch something and throw it out a window.
Oh, wait, can't you do the, you can make a touchstone, right? Like, that you can speak into?
Kind of. I can touch something and then make it say a thing when people touch it, but like
But you
I
wouldn't be able to
can't-
get that thing back outside of the bathhouse from inside the secret.
not
Yeah,
unless someone
place
like
inside the
carried it
massage
out.
room.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I don't have any spells. Well, I have Unseen Servant, but that's only 60 feet.
Yeah.
I do have a way to notify everybody of something if I was involved. It would rather be a loud bang as opposed to anything subtle, though.
Oh gosh.
Immediately looking at my gun.
Okay. I'm going to throw one out there. I'm not quite as talented as Mason in the plan crafting department, but Mason and Anchor with Anchor disguised or turned into a very, very small creature that is hardly noticeable. Ideally, in fact, not a rat, because I don't want it to get kicked the second he walks into the room. Go in for the massage. Mason finds a way to talk himself into the entrance if possible, or force his way in if it comes to that. Once he's in, Anchor comes out and tells us exactly how to do it, and then we do it one by one.
Yes. See, this makes sense. This makes sense. Then he can come. Yeah. Okay. See that? That makes more sense.
Ev-
I just thought of a idea. Oh gosh. This
As
is up to you, Tasha, actually. And I can like do like a luck roll if you want me to. How what would the odds be that my merchants guild sends shipments to them and maybe I can pretend that I'm doing a inventory check?
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a percentile for me.
I just got a dirty 20 for my disguise kit to make myself look like a repairman.
Oh my gosh.
What does a local repairman even look like?
Like a
Fake
Mongo.
mustache, blue coveralls.
True.
40% exactly.
All right. So, yes, you have made the occasional trip to this bathhouse to deliver perfumes. So, probably wouldn't be too hard to get them to believe.
Now
Very well.
that gets you in league with the bathhouse, but does it get you inside the secret cult-controlled underground?
That I would guess that I've never been to that room when I've ever had to do something here, but I've probably delivered it to the room that I was in as a cat as.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I say we should just go.
You know,
This feels
maybe we shall
formed enough.
save my plan for later, but definitely
No.
maybe. Yeah, what was it?
Let's use it.
Use it, okay.
But
As a
I
means
feel
of
like
getting.
we should do this.
I will also say, and I don't know how charismatic some of you are, as I haven't interacted with you too much. I'm Anchor. I know pretty well. He's not. But Lazuli and Astolfo, one of you would be certainly the most, I think, fitting or typical to go to this place for a massage. It may be wiser for you to go in than Mason.
Because Lazuli and I are both like ripped, right? Basically.
Just jacked. Are you listening?
I'm
I
trying
mean,
to
you
remember.
are. Lazuli's. I feel like Lazuli's kind of the classiest of the group.
A little bit ripped, but very classy.
Like,
Not
damn.
Yeah.
very charismatic.
I think maybe not. You said not charismatic.
I
A
could
little
handle
bit.
the talking if need be.
We've been walking it this whole time, haven't we? We've been
Uh,
having this conversation in passing.
no. This is a
I
breakfast.
was
This is a
imagining,
breakfast
still
conversation.
bacon in
Or a
mouth.
breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we were like walking and like
No.
discussing.
I'm just drinking a
Oh,
carton.
gotta kill the whole city.
This is the bacon plan.
Bacon
I like the
Operation
Astolfo
Bacon
going in
Freedom.
idea. Astolfo
So-
with anchored as a creature.
Was there only the 2 massage rooms that you saw while being in there?
I am not 100% sure the other one was a massage room. Anchor, did you see better? You were closer.
So there was his room that he looked in, my room, and there was a few other doors, right?
Nope, there were just those 2 doors and then
okay.
the weird whatever you want to consider it, crack in the wall that Hal
yeah.
saw,
Okay.
and the main
there was only
bathing
2
room.
rooms.
So
Wow.
there was a bathroom, there was a room with baths, and then that was a communal room, a private room with baths, and then a private massage room.
No, it was like a
Two
style.
private massage rooms.
And the one I
One
looked
of
at
which
was,
we know has a crack in the wall. The other one we don't. No.
If myself and Lazuli were to go in, we would simply say that we'd like to have massages and would prefer separate rooms.
There you go. You believe you're raising your hand, Will?
Yeah, I feel like that's more appropriate now.
Divide and conquer. I like this one.
What if we do all of these plans?
Pure Ocean's 11. You know what? Yeah, that, yeah, I think
Because like that gets all of us in, right? Like they go in charismatically, I go in as a repairman. Anchor goes in delivering merchandise. And Hal's my other
I
repairman.
mean, to a degree, yes, but if Astolfo, my point is, if Astolfo finds the right way in, let's say there's a secret password, or you just ask and they let you in, or you have to bop her over the head and she goes unconscious, whatever way, Anka brings out the message of how to do it. The rest of us can get in easily without any tricks.
Okay, just so you know.
Otherwise, we resort to the tricks.
As you're finishing this, I now look like a repairman whose name is Murphy the Repairman, and I have an accent.
Oh my gosh.
I got that dirty
Hey.
20, so this is.
And a
Anchor
mustache.
This seems
Yeah.
fair
Anchor
enough.
can shapeshift into whatever he needs, be on
I
either
will-
my
I can
person
disguise
or
myself.
Lazuli, and go in with us, and then simply get back out and talk to you two.
How far is the Merchants Guild from House Shop?
That is a very good question. I would say maybe a 15-minute walk. Not very far.
I
Okay.
find a toolbox.
I will leave you guys here for the moment. Go to the merchant shop to maybe see if I can pick up a shipment of sorts, or maybe some
Mhm.
paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
And I will meet you there.
Sounds good.
So
Wait, tell
I
hello,
will-
my friends.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like go in advance because I don't need to eat. So I'll go in advance and head to the merchant shop.
All right, you head to your merchants guild, and currently there is only one person who's sitting there, a younger woman you're used to dealing with. She's kind of the face for the workers. You know, big bosses are kind of always busy. And she just gives you a smile and she says, "Ah, Anchor, you're here. Good. We have a delivery that we need you to make. Do you have some time?"
Yes, but it is actually I came here for a very specific one. You know how
Okay.
I have to work with the Flaming Fist and Zodge. He needs me to do a very specific shipment today that has to do with just the people we are helping. Do you have anything for the bathhouse that I can deliver?
Well, that was actually what I needed to talk to you about. We have a linen delivery that they need ASAP. Apparently, they ran out in the middle of the night somehow, but they are very much
I
in
call
need of.
bullshit. This isn't a sex club.
Oh man,
They ran out
Cool.
of linen towels in the middle of the night. No,
we're out of linen towels. It's just daily.
I'm gonna sit here and eat my PB&J now.
Sure, I can do that for you. Also, is there like a list that shows that we currently just keep of our stock that we give to them or deliver?
I mean, I'm sure I could probably find it. We keep pretty good inventory. Why do you need it?
Yeah, just in case. I want to make sure that we get the shipments correct. And I overheard with Zoj that there was a problem for some reason with the shipment we did. I did last. It's very rare for me to do it, but we all make mistakes.
Hmm. I'll have to talk to Captain Zaj. I didn't know there was an issue. Yes, let me go get that. And she goes in the back and comes out about 5 minutes later with the requested information and a bag that has the linen delivery in it.
Awesome. Cool. So I take the linen and I head on out.
And we've been making our way to the bathhouse.
Yes. And I will say it doesn't take long for Anchor to catch up to you all once you're there, probably 10 minutes behind you, because you guys had to finish breakfast and get on your way. Oh my god.
I will actually.
Damn it, Mason.
I'll go ahead of them to beat them there to see if I can find anything out.
Okay.
'Cause, I mean, like, I kind of like don't ignore them, but like I don't want to be like associated if we're trying to like pull some Ocean 11 heist in
That's
here.
fair. That's fair. I mean, depending on when you left during breakfast, you could get there before them. So
cool.
that's fair. All right. So then I will let's get you onto this so you can do your little stuff. And hopefully
Still
you can
can't
see the
it. I'm
map.
just gonna theater vibe. Here, I'm gonna pull out real quick and I'm gonna come back in. Let's see here. Whoa. And I'm gonna mess
Yikes.
everything. Big yikes. Let me launch it one more time. It might have been that. I don't think reconnecting might have done anything. Can I see? Oh, screen's black. Ah, yes. Okay, I'm back. We're good. I can see now. Awesome. Cool. Hold on. Screen's black. I think it's loading still. Yes.
So once we're here,
Awesome. Okay.
Who's going in first?
Astolfo and Anchor, I believe.
Okay.
That's the plan.
I believe Lazuli was going to accompany, isn't that right?
I mean,
Oh.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
guys could go in. I'm just delivering linen.
Oh,
So,
that's right. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna go in, then come out, and then.
Well, I
Yeah.
think
Well, let's
Astolfo
let
and
him go in
Lazuli.
and see what happens.
cool. I don't think they would care, like if I'm just giving the linen while you guys are getting a massage, or you guys just get ready. I'm just, delivering sheets. Cool.
Did
So I
we
walk
we
inside.
we secured those rights for the Ocean's 11 music, right?
You guys don't actually know that Anchor is like you know he was going to check with the Merchants Guild, but you have no idea that he did get a shipment to the bathhouse or anything. He's already there when you guys get there.
Okay, are you
So,
waiting
Anchor, can
outside, or
you?
when we get there, you not there?
What do I actually have? Do I have like a crate with me, or is
We
it
beat
like?
him there. What do you mean?
It was in like a bag. The guild has a bag of holding that they use specifically for deliveries.
Okay, cool, sweet. Right. So I walk inside to the. I guess there's a front desk, maybe.
Well, can
There we
you
go.
see yourself
Come
on the
man.
map?
Yes, I can. I guess do my thing and just walk up in there. Cool.
You gotta do it, otherwise it's not.
I
do,
already
like-
have one.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna go in.
It's
with
not
this.
real.
Is this the first door? Or is that the
Front door's over here. Yep.
front door's over here? So
That
cool.
leads inside. Yep. It should
do my
be
thing.
open for you to go in. Yep. So
Sweet.
you go
Alright.
in, you see the two closed doors, one to your left, one to your right. You see the three pools. Two of them are currently occupied with two commoners in each that are just bathing and don't even pay you much attention.
Cool. All right. I will walk to this door. Right. That's a door. I can't tell if it's a window or a door. That's a door. Thank you.
Yeah.
Gosh.
You're all right.
Cool. I will seek entry.
All right.
And-
Do you knock or are you just opening it?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna knock. Just knocking the way. Hello, this is the Merchants Guild. I am delivering the linen.
All right. And the door opens to a familiar face, not just from last night, but this person tends to be the one that takes all of the orders that come in from the guild, and you know them to be Jabaz. I will pop that into the.
Ooh.
Ooh. My man Jabaz. Cool.
And they give you a smile and go, "Ha! You must have the linens."
Yes, I luckily came in to check on the guild to see if I, had any new shipments for the day. I had some free time. And, I was able to stop by here.
I am so grateful. And you watch as they procure the payment for the shipment and reach out for the bag so they can take it to grab the towels out.
Cool. Yeah. So I hand him a few towels, and I'm gonna make conversation with him actually, see if he just doesn't mind me following him for the most part while I help him with his delivery.
Okay.
So yeah, I have some time with you. How have you been lately?
You know, business is business. People come in, they get massages, they leave. Sucks working the long hours that they make us work, but
Yeah, very
it's
true.
decent pay at least.
Yeah, same here. It is hard for a warforged to, find a good work. Like I could not probably become a masseuse here.
No, I don't imagine most people would want your hands on them. No offense.
I
They
mean, I
just-
don't think it would be that bad. Are they like that bad?
I mean,
It's
they
like
kind of
three some metal rocks.
they kind of look over your hands and go, I mean, you could probably work here folding the towels and putting the perfume in.
Is that a open option maybe?
I mean, I could talk to my boss and see if you're interested.
I will have to get back with you on that, but very much so. It is hard for a warforged to find work lately. But I will let you know soon.
All right, sounds good to me. Well, thank you for the delivery. I gotta get back to work before I get in trouble.
Very well, very well. You have a good day. And so he goes. He just does that room, right?
Yeah, he is. They are replenishing the towels underneath seems like that's where most of the towels went missing from.
And I have more
So
with me still, or would that actually have been all of them?
that would have been all of them.
Okay, cool. Sweet, sweet. Um, and would I actually know anybody else besides Jabaz there?
You would have briefly met Carmilla, who is the young woman who works as a masseuse here, but you've only met her once, and she tends to just come out and refill the perfume in the tubs and then go back into her massage room. She doesn't stay out very long.
Okay. For my final act, I guess I will go over here. I will knock. I'll knock on this door. And
Okay.
wonder if anybody will answer.
All right, you knock on the door, and sure enough, Carmilla answers. She's also a dark-skinned young woman, and she gives you a smile, and she goes, "Oh, you're the delivery boy, right?"
Very much so. Just want to let you know that I have dropped off the linen for you inside of the other room. Jabaz has it.
Oh, thank goodness. We desperately needed those. We came in this morning and all of our towels were gone. It was the strangest thing.
That
I
is what
love
I was
this.
thinking. I was talking to my supervisor.
I love
Is
this.
I've never
I just
had
want to let you know I made a delivery. Just letting you know so you're sure that you.
Oh gosh. I'm bringing it, man. Yes. It's very strange. I've never had to do one on such short notice. Is this very common, you said?
No, haven't really had this happen much. I mean, we've had some towels disappearing, but the volume that we lost last night was very unusual.
Did you have any strange people here last night?
No more strange than usual.
Very true, very true. Well, if I ever see anything, strange around here, I will sure to let you know.
Of course. Thank you.
Very much so. You have a good day.
You too. And she closes the door.
And Anchor shall. Ooh, zoom out. Cool. Yeah, Anchor dips.
Dips.
Cool.
All right, so are you
guessing
guys
that's it.
waiting outside the courtyard for him, or are you in the courtyard?
Well, as we're
No.
walking up, we were out. Like, I thought the intention was for us to just go in. Lazuli and I.
Yeah, I'm outside waiting,
I'm
hoping
gonna.
that Anchor comes out at some point.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
in.
do I
I'm gonna
pass?
look to Mason though. Go ahead. Go ahead, Walt.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. So I'm passing you and Azuli, right?
You're passing me?
Or am I like I don't know who
What,
who I'm like.
what Walt's saying is, as Anchor is coming out, are the two of you heading in?
I
Because
guess
Anchor
that'd
would have
be-
been in doing this as you guys were walking up. So,
Yeah.
He would
Yeah.
pass us, I
So as I
assume. But
leave, I guess.
I was
yeah.
gonna ask Mason for something before. Mason,
Yes.
It is not his name. You must remember.
would you happen to have any of that gold that you won the other day? I'm a bit light, and in this case, words can only speak so much, where gold is just yelling.
Yes. And then I'll hand
Is he
I'll
Italian?
stop for like 10 gold.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, Lazuli, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
I am just chilling out there. I guess Mason, you're with me, or are you going in?
I will go in, tell them there's something wrong with the pipes.
I will.
I
So-
don't even know if they have pipes, but we're gonna find
so
out.
Mason is following Astolfo and Lazuli, and then
Not like in tow, but yeah, I'm going in.
Yeah, where's Hal currently?
Passing us.
Hal
like.
is.
I'm
Hal is-
no, I'm chilling outside the courtyard. I'm not going in until I think Anchor comes back out.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back out and meet him.
Yeah.
Gotta zoom back out again. So, and are you like hiding in like an alleyway, or are you just like posted up next to the building?
Like where we were earlier, just kind of chilling on the street.
Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, I'll meet up with him. And yeah, while I was inside, there was nothing out of the ordinary. Just the usual two massage therapists there. So I wasn't able to make suit of anything. Everything was happening very quickly. He seemed like he had some work to do, but it seems like they're the only two in the establishment next to, I think, about three more people that are just bathing.
Mm, you had a delivery for them?
Yes. I deliver quite on occasion, but nothing strange. It's always perfume, but I've never actually had to deliver linens at such short notice.
Just
Linens?
Just
Yes, indeed.
retconning, why didn't we go in the bag of holding and sneak in that way?
We don't have a bag of holding anymore.
I have a bag of holding.
He had a bag of holding for the
Oh!
linen.
The delivery device is a bag of holding, but I have it
Oh,
back now.
wow.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, you guys didn't know about that. Only Anchor
That's
knew
true.
about that.
Only incarnate. So like it wouldn't have
You-
been something he would have thought of probably on the spot.
You said something about a emergency delivery?
Yes, they somehow ran out of linens like this early. Usually it's maybe like once a month that I have to deliver like linens, but I've never had to deliver like linens just in the middle of the month. They said that they like lost them, or they were either stolen.
Internally, externally, Hal's brow will furrow a little bit. Internally, he's wondering if someone was killed and a lot of linen was taken to mop up blood, but he's not going to say that.
And they were just like standard. They were like just towels, right? And kind of like bed
Mhm.
sheets maybe or whatever.
Just standard towels.
Standard towels, yeah. They were nothing strange, just regular towels.
Well, the others have gone in, so I suppose we wait a little bit and
I can turn it into
see
a
what
mouse if
happens.
you want me to.
Oh,
Just-
right.
Squeeze in.
What
It's
do we
ma-
see
it's-
when we're inside the courtyard?
Yes, go in, and if they figure out how to get in, you can come out and let me know how to do it.
Cool.
And I'll just wait
Is-
here.
Is Murphy? Are you inside? Is Murphy in the area now?
We walked inside. I'm not sure what we're seeing.
You're in the courtyard.
Oh, he's in the corner.
So, yes, the
Mm.
three of them, currently I have them on the map in the courtyard.
Okay, it's fine.
So while this conversation is happening with Hal and Anchor,
I'm
The
gonna
three of
lean.
you.
I'm gonna lean to Lazuli, briefly and whisper to her. We're partners. You're assisting me in guarding a temple of Torm. That's about all that we have to worry about for this. It's our day off, and we're indulging.
Oh.
Okay.
So I'll start walking with her towards the front. If I can know where the front is. I think it's this way.
What a lovely couple.
Is this bad?
And
Wonder if I
then
can
whatever
break this
Mason's
fountain.
doing.
Wonder if I could break this fountain slyly.
Break? Did you say break?
I
He's gonna
did.
tamper with the evidence.
I'm gonna try and
Oh,
destroy the
right.
fountain. To be like, oh, you got pressure issues up in your pipes.
I'm not there, so I
Okay.
can't say what my idea is. Oh gosh.
how would you like to try to destroy the fountain?
I will use my Tinkerer's tools to undo what is done.
Okay.
Clearly.
Okay. Right, of course.
Obviously.
Obviously. For those of us that have never played Artificers before, could you explain what that is, please?
I'm just gonna use my Tinker's tools and try and find somewhere on this like fountain where I could like take it apart. So it looks like I'm fixing it, but really it's getting destroyed.
Okay, so make an intelligence check
Okay.
to find how you can destroy it.
Where's my intelligence? 14.
Okay. Now, are you trying to use brute strength to destroy it or finesse?
I'm using my mechanical knowledge.
Okay, so make a tinkering tools check.
Okay, no, guidance myself.
God, you could
Natural 20 plus 1 plus 3.
Woo!
You disable the fountain
Okay,
with ease.
okay. Is there anyone around that looks like they work here?
Not from what you can see.
Okay, then I will follow into where Astolfo and Lazuli went and see what they're doing, and then I will approach the concierge and talk about the fountain.
Okay, so while Mason is looking at the fountain, what are the two of you doing?
Walking in, looking for anybody that would be in charge of services.
All right, you look around and you see two closed doors, one to the left, one to the right. You see some commoners bathing, but there is no one that seems like they run the place in current visible sight.
I'll just walk up towards these guys over here, briefly, and just say, "Excuse me, would you happen to know where one of the attendants are?"
And without even looking at you, each one of them points in a different direction. One to the door to the left and one to the door to the right.
Ah, there's two on staff. Thank you very much. And I'll walk towards the door down here and knock.
All right. All right, you knock. Okay, oh boy. So you both knock.
Yes.
All right. And as you guys knock, both of the doors open. Astolfo, you meet Jabaz, and Lazuli, you meet Carilla. Carmilla, however I pronounced it before. It's a very unique spelling. I will also throw her name into chat. And they both give smiles and ask if you would like a massage. That's only 1 gold for a half hour.
There, and he's asking me if I want one?
Yes.
Okay. And is this a room with a massage table? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Okay.
Each of these rooms are identical in the fact that they have a window diagonal from the door, and then there is a white marble massage table, the bottom shelf of which has bottles of perfume and folded linen towels.
I'll say, that'd be lovely. I'm actually going to be paying for myself and my partner over there, if it wouldn't be too much trouble.
And they look past you and give a nod to Carmilla and go, "Oh, yes, that's totally fine."
I'll take out 2 gold and hand it to Jabaz.
All right. And they call past you, "Half hour." And Carmilla nods and steps aside to let Lazuli in. And Jabaz will do the same down here.
And would this be a place that I could also store the armor?
We don't really have much for storage. You can just take it off and put it in the corner. It's secure in here. No one in or out without my approval.
Very well. And are you the masseur?
I am, yes.
I'll
My
start-
name's Jabaz.
Shedding a bit. While I'm doing it, I'm looking around the room for the identifying crack that Hal had mentioned.
All right, make a perception check.
I'm gonna look around my room too, but I'm not gonna
Natural
take anything
20.
off. I'm just gonna stand there looking around the room.
Okay, make a perception check
It's
for
a
me as well,
tantric
Lazuli.
massage.
It's a natural 20 for me. I'm getting down. I'm taking the chain off. I'm setting the shield and the flail down. But I'm leaving my lower clothing underneath the chainmail on. But
It's
chest bared.
18 for me.
Damn, guys.
All right. Astolfo, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary in this room. It seems like a very simple massage room.
I picked the right room.
Lazuli, it's pretty easy to notice the crack up over here. And actually, since you have also noticed it, I might as well just pull the little S for secret door onto the token layer. So it is right there. Right here.
Right.
I'm getting on the
I'm
table.
just gonna walk around the table. Oh wow, this is such a beautiful room. Is it like it's like a crack or something?
It's
Or
a very visible crack in the wall that is doorway shaped. And this wall has the occasional line in it. Think like paneling but stone.
yeah.
But this one is in a weird place. It's offset.
And Lazuli's kind of like gonna knock on like the walls, just like put their ear up to it and all that. Like, yeah, it seems very structurally sound and everything too. Does anything happen when they knock where the secret door is?
uh she goes over to you and she goes, yes, it is very structurally sound. Did you want the massage that was paid for, or not?
Oh well, here's the thing. Do I have to strip down completely naked for it? Because if so,
Oh no,
not really.
of course not. Just to whatever you're comfortable with. I can massage over clothing, that's fine. I just
Okay,
can't massage over armor. That's a bit difficult.
I'll take off the leather vest, studded leather vest, and like that's it.
All right, do you get up on the table?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So for the next half hour, you both have a rather enjoyable massage. Not as enjoyable as you would expect for 1 gold for a half hour, but definitely makes you feel a little more relaxed.
Can
Maybe
I
more so for a Stolfo.
can I intervene and just a little bit early on, as I'm getting on the table, basically ask him, look, I've met this girl at work. I'm hoping, if possible, and you'll allow, uh, if you could just show me a few of the things that you would suggest and potentially let me take a shot at it on her.
Ooh. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
That is a 24.
And they look you over and go, not the first time I've had that request. Sure, that's easily doable.
Much appreciated, thank you. And I put another 5 silver on the stack for him. Or on the table
Alright.
for him.
So I have a half hour to fuck with shit.
Yep.
Well, about 10 to 15 minutes, because that's when I'm gonna go over to her room. But you don't know.
Oh shit.
Gotcha.
Okay. So I have a plan. I am gonna find a towel. 'Cause I'm assuming there's a lot of towels in here, right? I'm gonna use a magical tinkering, and I'm gonna make it smell like shit, and make it blow all the way over the room, so everyone freaks the fuck out. And then I'm gonna find a concierge, and I'm gonna tell them what I'm gonna tell them when I find them.
One small question while he's doing all this. How tall is the wall outside?
The outside wall is, I do believe, 10 feet tall, but let me double check. Yes, 10 feet tall walls outside.
Damn.
Damn it. All right. I'm still just chilling in the street.
All right. So, you do that.
Just like
Mason.
raw sewage, just like,
Mm-hmm.
and then find someone.
Okay, well, currently the only two concierge-esque people in this bathhouse are enraptured and giving their massages.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay. Carmilla makes a rather annoyed sound, Lazuli, and goes over and cracks open the door and goes, "Can I help you?"
Madam, you've got a problem out here.
What problem might that be? And she notices some people getting out of the bath, and it takes about a half a second before the smell hits her nose, and she goes, "Not again."
Yeah, yeah. Also, your fountain outside has lost pressure, which means those rooms that you like to keep, wink, probably are losing pressure as well.
Make a charisma check for me.
Okie doke.
When she steps outside,
Nope.
can I inspect this door?
That's a 6.
Ooh. This is why I said Astolfo should do the talking.
Is it charisma or deception? Because those are different.
Nope,
different
nope,
pluses.
just charisma. Because it was just deception, and then you threw in the wink. So,
After that.
she goes to step out past you, looking very annoyed. But as soon as you throw in the wink, she stops, and she really hard takes a look at you.
Can I help you, madam?
You might want to leave.
No, I don't think I do.
I think you do.
No, I'm gonna push past her.
Well, you don't.
Oh.
She's next to you. You don't have to push past to get in
Okay.
the room.
Well, let me move into
But-
the room.
She's following behind you, and Astolfo, you can hear a little bit of commotion going on in the common area. As a note,
Does
And the very
Jabaz
faint smell
feel
of-
drained by that at all?
no, doesn't seem to bother them very much.
I don't mind it.
And as I'm walking by, I'm gonna turn and say, "Are you really gonna worry about me fixing the pipes, or are you gonna worry about the patrons you're losing? Word travels fast in a town like this."
Patrons will come back.
No, I don't think so. You smell that?
Nosy fuckers that are looking to get me to lose my job, however,
Mm.
may not make it back.
Oh man, do I shoot her? Is it that time yet? No? Okay, let's not
Is
do that
Lazuli
yet.
just lying on the table for all of this?
No, I think Lazuli got up
No,
and was looking
yeah,
at the
I
door,
wanted to
right?
look at the door.
Okay, so
Okay.
as I'm going to walk in, I'm gonna see her doing that, I'm assuming, and then I'm gonna just kind of block the door with my body and distract the fuck out of this lady.
All right. So you look at the door, and it is a door.
Can I push it?
Yes, you give it a push, and you're immediately hit with a foul sewer-like stench.
Mm.
And behind this door, you notice a staircase that descends 20 feet. And it has smooth stone steps and brick walls. And there are 2 sputtering torches and wall sconces that illuminate the staircase. Move the little thing.
Wow, 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 wow. Question. Is Anchor a mouse in here for all this, or what is going on with him?
I never got to change. I'm still outside with you.
I mean, we can say in the last, what? How long does it take for your tinkering to make things smell like shit? Mason?
Immediate.
Okay, yeah.
It's just a
So I mean,
magical effect.
so this
Yeah.
has probably happened in like 5-ish minutes. So if
Okay.
Anchor wanted to be a mouse, Anchor could be a mouse easily.
Well, once was
My
when we
backup
were out
repair crew.
there. After they were in, I would have said to Anchor, "Do you want to go in and see if you can watch from a very low vantage point? If you catch my drift."
That can be established. Sweet. And yeah, let me see. Is there any other smaller creatures? I can turn to a spider.
Oh yes.
You can.
I will get stepped on immediately, then turn to a giant massive metal. Wait. Let me see. A bathhouse is right there. You know what? Sure. I'm actually wondering if it's supposed to be. I'm looking at a list. I don't know if this is actually supposed to be a spider or a giant spider. Which
We'll
is,
just call it a
I know
spider.
it. Huh? I think it's supposed to be a giant
Call-
spider.
Just call it a spider.
Yeah, the list lied. Actually, no. I will turn back into. Actually, let me look at how, because I want to see your input. Shall I turn into maybe a rodent, or maybe assume the form of the cat, the same cat that I was last night, maybe?
Well, the masseuse did seem to like the cat. I don't know how they would feel about a mouse, so I think that might actually be the better idea.
Mm, so the feline it is. So I will wild shape back to the same cat that I was the prior night and just climb up the fence and scamper on in. Which, if it's like an open air bath, I guess I'll put me in the baths area. The bath. Where we at? Oh, run. Cool. Oh, I'm a little cat. Look at me. Adorable.
All right. Yes. So, Anchor, you scamper in to see Mason blocking a doorway with a young woman who looks absolutely pissed. Uh, there are only two commoners left, and Hal, as the cat is going in, you see two commoners rushing out, still
Oh
dripping wet,
gosh.
and just waving their hand in front of their face. Uh, yes. And Anchor, you also see two other commoners who are currently out of the tubs getting dressed.
Oh, great. Cool. Hmm. How distracted is how do you pronounce your name? I'm sorry.
Carmilla?
Camilla, how distracted she with Mason?
I mean, she's staring Mason down and threatening something. You hear about people threatening her job not coming back. So
Hmm.
she's pretty distracted, you think.
I I'll make a little bit like I'll just slowly walk over to Camilla. Kind of like I don't think she ever noticed me last night as a cat. No? Cool. That's alright. And I'm just gonna like go around her leg like 2 times per some. Ignore Mason and go through his legs and just chill in the room for a second until I don't notice her looking at me and back at Mason, maybe. And then I'll head deep into where the stairwell you said there was, right? In the back?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. Sweet.
And so Mason, you feel a cat rub between your legs before it dips into the room. She pays no mind to the cat. She is just staring you down.
I shall take this as my interest. I'm going in.
Do I see how?
Nope.
Nope.
I think House
Damn.
was just doing point.
I'm hanging outside right now.
Okay. I'm gonna close the door. With me on the outside with her.
Okay.
Say, ma'am, you really should leave.
You realize you're going to make me lose my job and potentially my life, right?
Why?
Do you really want to fuck with the people that run this place? Do you have any idea
I'm
what
not
you're
fucking
doing?
with anyone. Do you want to check out the fountain? You've got a pressure problem. Probably coming from the sewage.
Look, just because you're blocking the door doesn't mean I can't hear. I heard the door open.
I sincerely do not know what you're speaking of. I'm here for the pipe problem. There is a problem going on. I don't know what to tell you. Do you not smell it? Do you not see the fountains outside? Lady, I was sent here to fix that problem. I don't know anything about that. I know about the rooms because I was told to be told about the rooms. I can talk about it louder if you want.
Quick thing. How much time since Anchor went in is this conversation happening? Like, because we've been kind of jumping timelines a little bit. I just want to get a
Right.
sense. Like, did we
Probably
go
like
in pretty much
3
right
minutes.
after them?
Yeah. It's probably only been like 3 minutes since Anchor went in.
Okay. Around the 5. Well, I'll wait maybe a minute or. You know what? I'm feeling a little restless. No one's come back out for a while. It's been like 8 minutes from them, so I'm going to walk in. To the courtyard and then into the front door.
Oh, good. See, he can vouch for me. We're a
Hold on.
repairman duo.
hold on while I see where I am here. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here, doodly scoodly. Okay, and when I get to here, I'm going to see Mason. I'm gonna see Mason, and I'm gonna say, "There you are, you little rodent." And I'm gonna pull out my hammer and my shield, and I'm gonna well. Before I pull out my shield, I'm gonna pull out the flaming fist badge,
Hot diddly dang.
and I'm gonna show it to her, and I'm gonna say, "This man is dangerous and a wanted fugitive. I suggest you leave now. It's going to get messy." And then I'll pull out my shield.
Make a deception check with advantage.
Oh golly!
Can
No,
I
I
help?
completely
can
forgot
I-
we had those.
Can
You're
I
not
help
touching
this
me, so you
ruse?
can't guidance me.
He already has advantage.
No, can I help this ruse by trying to convince her of the same thing?
You want to do another charisma check?
Oh, let's go! Natural 17, which is still just a 17, but it's a 17.
All right. And she goes, finally, someone that might be able to talk some sense into this asshole. And
I start
she
unzipping
goes,
the coveralls.
Okay.
God. She comes over here and knocks on the door, and Astolfo, you and Jabaz here. Jabaz, we need to leave. Finish up. And then she starts to head for the door.
And
Jabaz
do it
goes-
quickly!
And Jabaz goes, that's not good.
He was in the middle of like showing me a shoulder move, so
Mhm.
it's like the chicken wing behind the back to get the shoulder blade to pop up the right way.
And he stops that and he goes, I'm sorry, keep your money. And opens the door and starts following Carmilla out immediately. And Mason, from there, you can see Astolfo still on the table.
Having a good time there, bud?
I'm just gonna shake my head and start to put my stuff back on.
Okay, doke. I'm gonna kick the door in. For no reason other than I want to kick it.
Wait, you kick what door? And wow,
I closed the
oh.
exterior one so she couldn't see you guys.
Let's do kick it back open.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Jabaz is over there still, but you know, I'm not here. So
No, he left.
Oh, you left?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jabaz left.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna.
I've closed the front door as well.
Can we
Of the whole
borrow
place.
something? Can we like?
Pick back on my.
Okay,
And
good.
all the commoners are gone, right?
You two need to like
Okay.
duke it out a little bit, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Should I, like-
No. I don't think you should shoot because I don't want to bring anyone here that doesn't need to be.
What did you want to do though?
No, we're good. So I will
I'm
walk
curious
up.
what the idea was. 'cause
Nope.
It involved a gun.
Well, that went better than I expected. I don't know how it was going for you before I got here, but we have the
Poorly.
place to ourselves. Did you find anything in the room behind you?
The door is still open. Right?
Yeah, the door
Okay.
to the sewer is still open. You and Cat Anchor are
Cat
in
anchor.
front of it.
Cat anchor.
Yeah.
I'll walk in.
You
Oh,
are
look at
immediately
that.
greeted by the smell of sewer.
See, that one wasn't me.
Well, it was a trapdoor. Look at that. Astolfo, are you coming?
Not yet.
I'll walk in. I've still
Ah!
got like the sleeve going on with the chainmail, just
Lauren!
holding the shield and the
Naughty.
flail down to the side.
Because plate armor takes forever to put on.
It's chain.
Yeah.
It's not plate.
Oh, okay.
I think we've
Good.
found the entrance. Good job.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that reminds me. I looked down at the cat, who I don't know if he can speak or not.
I cannot speak.
Anchor. Yeah, but Hal doesn't know that. Did you want to check this perfume in any way for, I don't know, magical elements?
I'm sorry, we're asking him to check for magic? I am insulted.
Calm down.
I will actually
Mason.
like. Let me see. I can't. I don't think I actually have any like. I think I can actually
Turn my
I'm
back.
asking if we want to as a group. I can do it.
I will nod, like a little cat nod. However much a cat can
Okay.
nod. So just take one, I guess.
All right. Give me a moment.
I'm
I
watching
will
the front
walk
doors.
back out into the center of this room and use my Fearbolt magic to cast Detect Magic.
All right. You do not detect anything magical.
All right. I'll walk back.
Is there
Well,
is there actually any perfume in there, right in the room I'm in right now?
Mm-hmm.
I will like take it, like with my mouth if I can, a bottle of the perfume, and just like nudge it over to him, and just like kind of like nudging like to pocket it, maybe
Okay.
to like
I'll look down.
further investigation.
Mason, there's
Mhm.
nothing magical to it. Can you inspect it for, I don't know, alchemical strangeness?
Mhm.
I'll hand it to him.
Actually, I do have alchemy supplies
Wow!
that I'm proficient in.
Can I
Dang!
can I peek
Alright.
into the actual area
Oh,
though? While they do that, maybe.
yes, you can. So go ahead and
What?
make a check with your alchemy supplies. So
Okay,
you
doke.
look and you're looking into the stairwell.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. So the staircase is hewn from limestone and has the two sputtering torches, but beyond the torchlight, you do not see anything much. It goes into darkness, and cats do not have dark vision for whatever strange reason.
That's stupid.
It's the stupidest thing. I
Yes.
know.
Why don't cats have dark vision?
I don't know. It's so stupid.
Then I'll use. Can I? I'll use my. Can I do a perception check with my keen smell and see if I smell anything besides sewer?
Okay, sure. Go ahead and make a perception check
Yeah,
with
and I get a
advantage with the cats. Or no, perception I think still uses yours with Circle of the Moon, right?
No, I use whatever abilities is there. Mine are now negated.
Are you
Hence why,
sure?
like, I can't. Yeah, that's why, because I can't use spells or attack with like stuff like that. So it's just my.
I think certain things are, but I think it's like intelligence and wisdom in general, or
Right,
saving
which
throws.
perception is wisdom based.
Yeah, I think my saving
Remember.
throws are my natural ones, but I think everything else is
Yeah.
based on the actual animal that I'm as. I could be wrong, but I think it's if it's not a saving throw, then I just use my natural stats. I mean, not the natural stats, but I use the animal stats.
You retain your alignment, personality, and intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores. You
Oh,
also retain all of your skill and saving throw proficiencies in addition to gaining those of the creature. Um,
okay. So my ability
yeah.
scores are, I just
So
use whatever features.
your
Okay,
perception would still be your perception.
but at advantage because of the keen
Yes,
smell.
because you're
Okay,
using the keen smell of the creature. Yep.
cool. All right, let me see here. Wow, efficiency too. It's crazy. Let's see. Ugh. Oh wow, that's good. 19, and that's gonna be really high. It's like 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
There is two smells that you're able to suss out. One is that sewage smell. There is a lot of sewer water down these steps from what you can gather smell wise.
Of course.
You also get the very heavy smell of death. Rotting corpses, oxidized blood. It is disturbing.
Isn't that good?
Is there, you said that there was a thing of perfume in the room?
Yes, there are in these massage rooms, there is half of the bottom is perfume and the other half is linen.
Can I grab one little small, like, towel or something, put a little bit of perfume in it, and put it over my face and start to walk towards the door?
Yes, you can.
I want to know from
Shall we be on our way?
my knowledge is, do people like live in the sewers of this town? Like if they have to, like if they don't, if they're like really poor, I guess.
Generally, the really poor don't come within the city walls of Baldur's Gate. They will live in the outer city.
That's right.
So,
The
no.
so the idea
Sewer-
of smelling death would be kind of strange, actually.
Yes, it'd be very strange.
I will. Let me see. I can do it twice a day. I will actually revert back to because I have no idea how to relay this as a cat that something is dead down here. I'll revert back as the Warforge and look towards the group and relay the information that I smell. That I smelled something of death to them. So,
Warforge can
well,
smell.
the cat can smell. This is the only way that I've ever had a taste of the other senses. But there is something has died here, or at least something that is now dead is here at this moment. I do not know because I cannot see through the darkness what has passed away, but whether it's humanoid or if it's not, we should keep watch and make sure that we do not become the same.
Can any of you see in the darkness?
I mean, yeah, I can, and so can Hal, and
I
Lazuli.
can
Most of
as
us
well.
see.
I
Yeah.
pulled out my glasses.
I
Would one of
actually
you-
don't have dark vision. as a
What?
dark
I am the
velocity
only
for some
person?
reason.
Would one
I
of you like to take
literally
the head?
Don't know.
Okay, hearing this conversation basically.
Okay, I
Um,
lied. I don't have dark vision.
Really?
Wait
Yeah.
a minute.
You made me
Hold on.
goggles and you don't have dark vision?
I
He's a good
thought I
person.
did.
No one has dark
Is that okay?
vision.
I thought I did.
I do,
I
but
just- Oh,
um,
no.
I may be able to help. And I will, with my shield arm, grip the emblem on my chest, and then hold my hammer slightly out, and the head of the hammer will start to glow like a forge sort of glow, fiery forge glow. And I cast a light cantrip. And so we can all see within the 20 feet dim light and additional 20 feet. Yeah, 20 additional 20 feet is dim light. The original 20 feet is full light, so 40 feet of vision.
This is great, but it also paints a target on us, wouldn't it?
Yes, technically, but I would rather 1, 2, 3, 4 of us that wouldn't be able to see, and them be able to see, than one of us be able to see.
Are you able to cast this at any time?
Yes.
If you see something that becomes hostile, maybe then would be the time to do this.
So you're the only one that can see right now, Hal, right?
That's fair. If you all want to walk behind me blindly, I can do that. It's up to
Well-
you.
Well, hold on. When we got the description of this place, weren't there torches that went down the staircase?
Down the staircase, but beyond the torch radius, it is just dark.
Oh, we haven't made it down the stairs yet. What are we worrying about light?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, because the cat went down and couldn't see.
Yeah, I only went as
So
far
So
as
we
I
know it's
could.
dark.
Take
Yeah,
a
it's
torch
dark.
off the wall.
I'll
Yeah.
leave it up to you. I feel confident walking through here with the light, but if you feel that we need to be more stealthy, I can take the lead and you can all stumble behind me.
I've already started walking down the staircase. Like,
Well,
We
he's
are-
gonna be blind now entirely.
Okay,
oh, I
so
picked a
Mason
torch
is,
off the wall.
Mason is going down
Oh!
first,
Yeah.
and you grabbed a torch.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
then I'm following him with my hammer at light.
I thought you were gonna see my hamburger light, and I was about to
No.
cry.
My hammer light.
In that case, I'll wait for Anchor and Lazuli to go, and I'll take up the rear.
All right, Mason, pause right there. So, who was going down after Mason?
Me. How?
Wait, so Mason has the goggles now, I'm guessing?
Nope, I
No,
have a
he's
torch.
just blind as a bat. Oh, he's
I
got a
have
torch.
He grabbed a torch, yeah. All right, so who was going after Hal?
Hmm.
Stolfo's very back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It's
either
also
Anchor or
you two.
Lazuli.
I
You're-
can go after Hal.
You have a higher AC, right, Ostafo?
Yeah.
You're beefy? Yeah, and I'll go in front of Ostafo.
All right. So, you guys descend the stairs.
Roll credits.
Welcome to the dungeon.
Welcome to the dungeon.
My.
Oh, great.
So-
We got death and darkness.
This chamber is empty
Hate that we all
Unlit.
said that simultaneously.
and flooded with foul-smelling water to a depth of 2 feet.
Oh gosh.
I've got
How tall
the
are you, Mason?
Towel with perfume over
I'm
my
like
face.
6'7".
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We're all tall.
I'm not Jack.
All right. And as you all step down in and take in the beginning of what looks to be quite the interesting experience, as you have found some sort of entrance to the cult of the Dead Three, we're going to end tonight's session there.
Oh,
Y'all should have grabbed some towels and perfume.
I can't smell.
Everybody else should have.
I don't have to breathe,
man.
so
Ever?
indefinite breath or something. I don't know,
Wow.
what's it called? Unending breath. I can hold my
Also-
breath indefinitely.
Just to
Wow.
mention, cats can't see in dark because they require ambient light to be able to see.
Oh,
Oh,
They
that
have
makes
additional
sense.
rods in their eyes which amplify light, but if there is no light, they can't see.
huh.
that makes
Hmm.
sense. Gotcha.
Fascinating.
So I
So they-
have
They have
darkish
low
vision.
light vision, but no dark vision. Interesting.
Good to know.
All right.
Cash it.
Anything in closing?
Well, thank everyone for tuning in, of
Oh,
course.
yeah. Thank
Thank
you.
you all for joining us. So, as I said at the beginning of the session, schedules may be changing. You know, we're coming into a new school semester for some people. Work schedules are changing with the new year. So, keep an eye on our Twitter at TPK Tavern for updates as to when our next session will be. And you can follow me if you want on Twitter. I am at TPK Tasha. I'm also that on Instagram and pretty much everything else. If anyone else wants to throw out their socials, feel free.
Ooh. I
Matt,
have some.
not
I have
Mercer.
some. Yeah. Hold on. I think it's at Matt Not Mercer.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
goodness.
think it is.
Or
Let's-
not Matt Mercer.
I don't remember.
Wait, let me check. I can check.
Plug it.
Just look
It's
up
Matt, not Mercer.
Yep, Matt,
Matt,
Not Mercer.
Not Mercer.
That's me.
Yep.
It's a me.
I'm Laura, not Bailey. 'Cause
Oh.
Oh,
I wanted to join in.
fun.
Y'all are cute. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you guys.
Bye, everyone.
See that?